So, hello, good evening, and welcome. It has been a little while since I've been on this side of the combox on a Wednesday evening, but it is season 15 of HOR, and we are joined this season, for old time's sakes, by the one and the only, the 8-time champ, Mr. SHZ Jensen, the HOR legend that he is. Good evening, sir.
Way to go to pick me up there, Chris. But yeah, it's good to be back alongside you, especially after that must be 2 years now since we've done this together. Last time I think it's been almost 5 years since I've been in the HUR comms box.
I was
Back in season
thinking that
three.
a long,
Yeah,
long
before I
time
even
ago.
started racing. But yeah, it's good to be back. And yeah, oh,
In fact, wait there, the last time you were doing comms, the first time, from the first time? I don't think you
not
were,
even
right? Not
didn't
even
even take
one?
part in a race.
And now look at you, 8-time champion, and the glue that keeps everybody ticking on a Wednesday evening.
Oh, we got the new glue now in this grid. It's a very good grid going into this season. I mean, obviously had a little struggles with getting the science on board, but we've got plentiful. So I don't know what's happening here. Session will
And
start in. Oh, there we go.
many talents. Oh yeah, that's the timer. Well, that was very odd. So looking at the grid, Jensen, you obviously know 80 or if not all of these drivers very, very well. Who would you say, looking at this, of course, Kieran Humphrey's not being here, he's also full time, is favourite for the season? I'd say even though he's not here, Kieran probably holds strongest favourite, but you can
Yeah,
never count out somebody like Macho or Keke, they're always there or thereabouts.
I think if Kieran shows up and he actually tries, I think yeah he would definitely be a favourite for this season. But another one to watch for is Nathan, and he really pulled it together through the second half of last season. Had 4 wins last season. He was very close to second in the championship. It just fell very short. But yeah, I think going into this season, he's got a season under him now. So I think yeah, he's going to be going to get the title this season against Kieran. It's going to be kind of like a inter rivalry between them.
So, are they teammates this season?
Not teammates, uh,
Close
but
friends?
yeah, say that. I mean, I ran parties with them for much of last season. All the races did on PC, anyways. So, and yeah, yeah, it's alright. It's friendly rivalry.
That's what we like to see. Friendly rivalry until somebody puts someone in a wall and then all hell
Yeah,
breaks loose. So, what kind of
Gizzles
lap
to action there.
times? What kind of sorry, Jensen? So what kind of
No,
lap
that's right.
times do you anticipate this
Well,
evening?
I think we might see mid 16s, maybe even a low 16.
16.
Depends how much they've been practicing. I
I
know
could only dream.
Keke's fairly quick around Australia. Definitely see something from him. Macho very quick around on 1 lap pace, obviously. But yeah, see Nathan as well. I think he's been setting mid 16s as well, so it's could be very close. I know I haven't seen much of, let's say, Finball or Jaden slash yours sincerely and Smeggy as well, because they are completely brand new to the grid this season, and of course Vapor Shadow.
Yeah, and drivers HOR I've never ever seen before. It's been a long, long time. I was thinking about this in HOR that we've had a kind of batch of new names come in because we've always kind of had a consistent 40 or 50 people that's always been here or there or had seasons out then came back. So nice to see some new names in the fold, and I hope they can add something to the grid, which I'm sure they will.
I think we should get on with a lap here. Sincerely, he's just got to get to one. He's the lead flying lapper with a 26.8. That's not too bad for a first run. Let's see what he does in sector 2. It's fairly simple sector 2, literally just one corner, the almost flat out turn 6. As he goes through the fast left-right chicane, that was fairly alright. Don't want to get too wide, otherwise he ended up in the right hand side wall. That was Right. You're coming into the final sector here. Don't want to go out too wide, and much closer than the original Australia track. This new updated Australia track. I don't even know if there's been any streams on the new Australia
I
track.
don't think so.
It's been a while, isn't it? But there you go, 18-0 first in the Silla. It's not too bad to start off the qualifying for him. We'd wait to see more laps come on the board.
Keke middle sector 44 flat. I think that is pretty competitive.
Yeah, that's a few attempts ahead of Cecily. Oh, he's gone too wide, but he's managed to keep it valid there. And Aiden 17-1, that's starting to find some good laps here. Let's see what Keke does. He'll definitely be close to that, if not beat it. But that mistake going a bit too
cars
wide.
ahead of him, opening laps together. Some closing 16-7. So the mid 16 that you thought is pretty much there already, Jensen. So I think that means come the end of the session, that low 16 could be a pretty accurate call.
Yeah, Finn Bob's. He did pretty much the same split as Keke there, but he's invalid unfortunately, so he's not going to get a valid banker on the board.
I'm just watching Macho 26-6 sector 1. I think that's pretty even to what Sincerely done for sector, right? So I think Sincerely has lost his time somewhere else in the lap, maybe that last sector.
I think he had a 0.6 middle split, so he probably lost a bit through the middle sector. Maybe that's high downforce.
And he picks up an invalidation. Does match. It was a 44-1, so he was only sitting a tenth of a Keki's middle sector time. So Macho has the pace.
Oh, only 4 laps on the board at the moment. It'll only be like that way, and Smalley, I think he might have done an invalid run as well, as like pretty much everyone at the moment. Finn Bob's going around again, but I think that's on an in-lap. So
Kieran says in the chat he expects at least a 0.4 from Samba. Good evening, by the way, gentlemen. Sorry, I've just only put the chat up. Nick, Michelando, hope you can hear us now. Pele and Kieran, thank you all for joining us. It's a pleasure to have you.
We need Cameron racing again. Get Cameron's dad, Jim, back in the chat.
Oh, Jim. It's been a while.
I always chat to him in the WR chats when I engineer Cameron on the Fridays.
How is young Cameron doing? Is he doing well?
He is cooking.
My favourite Scottish driver.
The best Scottish driver, I think, on their PS at least.
Obviously, I'm a close second, but there we go.
Right. Well, Macho's gone again, I think.
So Rage is struggling on invalidations of turn 1.
Yeah, I think turn 1 and turn 6. They're probably the 2 corners you're probably gonna. It's the highest chance of invalidating, anyways. It's just the car drifting out wide, going in. So the 2 fastest corners. Yeah. 2 fastest corners on the track, aren't they? So yeah, it's just.
So I wonder how Nick will get on. Nick, I think he's found a bit of form of late. He's been driving much better, especially qualifying. He's struggled a bit in qualifying, and I think that's always put him in a position in races. But he has got the pace, if he can hook the lap up.
Yeah, I think, he's just got a bit unlucky with races as well, to be honest. He's kind of been stuck at the back due to whatever happens on lap 1. It seems to be catched out by literally all of it every single time. But yeah, I mean, with less people, there's obviously a less chance of that happening, but you see what he does. I think he definitely pick up some good points. Hope for a bit of attrition. Australia usually, renowned for that, so let's see what happens for that.
Yeah, I think it's a track if you can put reasonably good pace in and just survive, positions tend to come your way. I think it's very much a circuit when you start to over push, it can bite very quickly, and it usually ends in retirement with the nature of the speed of the track now.
Yeah, it's made a bit better for overtaking as well with getting rid of the turn 8, turn 9 chicane
Yep.
that used to be there. Now it's just completely flat and a DRS zone as well. And if you get close enough and you just get the run going down to turn 12, you see lots more overtaking there, but defending's become a bit easier going into that corner as well compared to the old layout. I think if you kept the old layout for turn 12, then you would have the perfect park for like racing.
So Nick was just looking for a bit too much there in turn 3, locked in rear, and had a bit of a snap oversteer just at the apex of the corner, and he picks up an invalidation there. I think he was just trying to find the time back he lost earlier in the lap, and it didn't quite come to him. But Vapor Shadow just starting the lap. Oh, is Rage on one? Oh, yeah. He is ahead, so we'll go to Rage.
Yeah, Vapor Shadow's just invalidated through turn 1, so like said, it is proving very difficult turn 1 there. I think must be, I don't think it's the entry, it must be the exit there. The yellow lines, I think, is what dictate the track limits, not the white lines.
So Rage looked nice and tidy through the first chicane there. Bit of traffic staying well out of the way.
It's a good split as well, he's only a couple of attempts off Keke.
Oh, he's really pushing it on the exit there. Big snap oversteer. Keeps it reasonably in check. I don't think it'll cost him a mass amount of time. Couple of corners to go. Tucks it up nicely to the second to last. And gets a reasonably good exit off the last corner. DRS open up towards the line. I think it's going to be a good lap here for Rage. A 17-1 slots himself into P4.
No. I think there might be a lobby restart on the way here, because Keke's just picked up a 5-place grid penalty.
That's
for a collision with Vapor Shadow, unless that's...
Vapor Shadows is now out. Retired from the session.
That is very interesting. Do not know what happened there, unless... Who knows, did they get in the way of each other there or something? I don't know what's happened there. Did you catch anything, Chris? Or?
I did not, I was on that lap with Rage. Smalley coming off the last corner now, he's going to be the next man to set a lap time on the board. It's going to be his first lap time of the session as well. Into the 16s does Smalley go, he does 16.9, slots into P2.
Watch out for Finn Bob, he is on a very good lap. He's matching Keke through the split. I think you see a 16, like...
and he invalidates this lap at that first last corner. He only just picked it up. And he drops the car. And he should be able to just whip it back round into the pits there. I think that's pretty fair enough. Samba coming off the last corner. I think he's on a lap as well. DRS will pop open in the Ferrari. And it's going to be a low 16 here for a mid 16. 16.5 takes a 2/10 advantage now to Keke.
God, I love that Ferrari livery. It's
so stunning.
Gorgeous.
Yes.
Why didn't they keep it? It's just, yeah, I just wish they kept the white and red.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, we find out Alfa Romeo's new name on the 10th of December, don't we?
Sauber, I would imagine.
No, well, they said it's going to be something that nobody expects, so I'm intrigued. And Keke now goes to a 16.4, takes back over that provisional pole position by a little over half a tenth of a second.
Smeggy 16.6. Yeah.
So all change at the front.
Yeah, very close between the top 3 years. Don't know who's going to get pole. Can't really predict it, but I think, yeah, it's going to be an interesting one here. See what Macho does. Because obviously he didn't have a great first lap, but he's about to come across the second split. He's 7/10 down. So that lap is pretty much gone. He's going to have to rely on his final run.
I don't see anybody saying anything in chat about the lobby or what happened there, Jensen. So
what do you mean?
In the Discord about what happened between Keke and Shadow. So
if nothing's been I'd say restart the lobby to get rid of that 5-place cone, because you don't know if it's meaningful or not. You know.
Keke's just coming to the box. Let's ask him.
Well, you actually invited him to the
Well, I'm just going to say, legit. I've just asked him in Discord if it's a legit penalty or no. We're happy to do a restart to remove it if necessary. I think that's only fair, right?
He said he was sending the clip. I guess we'll just have to judge it from that. It'll be our little.
At least he's been fair there. He's not going to allow us to judge for himself, which is it's my fault if it's cause of me. If Shadow's accepting fault, then we can remove the fence, I think.
I mean, it's a man's fault, I'd say. So, yeah, that's fair enough. Anyways, Sincerely's going to be the first one to start their final flying lap, I think. He's the only one out on track. I think you have the Mercedes coming out on track of... Is that Nick? Yeah, it is Nick as well. He'll be joining out there, but... See what he could do to improve on 18.0. So get to a low 17, possibly.
Right, so definite restart to come. Penalty to be removed for Keke. And is this, as you say, the last runs now, Jensen? This is it. The final showdown of season 15. HOR is going to crown someone new. Could it be completely fresh blood this season for an HOR title? Who knows?
I mean, the only people kind of in the mix is Name Changer. He's the only other HOR champion on the grid this season, I think. I don't even know if is he on the grid? I think he is. He might be a reserve though, so I don't know if he's actually going to be committed. So it might be a brand new driver to win the title this season.
And maybe even some new names on that Constructors title. There's been a few now.
We'll jump on board with Sincerely.
He was looking very good there through the first sector. Nice and tidy. A couple of tenths
down though. That's surprising. It looked fairly good as well. See what he does in the middle sector anyways. Unless he's made some little changes here and there to the setup. You can't really change much, but let's see if he's made anything else. But he's gained a 10th through sector 2.
I'll tell you what, that Alpha Tauri is filthy. Big snap. Big snap.
Yeah, he may have had an off on his out lap possibly, or on previous laps. But let's see what he does in the final sector. It looked alright. Very tidy through turn 12 there. Oh, he's backed off, I think. He's backed out of it. I think he's going for... Oh, he's gone into the pits.
So that's Wally over.
Yeah. That's his qualifying over, and the only two people going to beat him is Nick or Finn Bob.
So I think Lynx then, or maybe Mackie. Mackie maybe our next man to start a lap. Yes, it is.
Be the first
Mackie, then Lynx, then it is Keke on track. With Mackie now.
Definitely had his maple syrup and pancakes this evening.
Maple. My son's utterly addicted to that at the moment. It's funny you mention that. I don't understand. I don't even like maple syrup. I think I've never had. He loves it.
It's a mid-afternoon race for Mackie. There you go. It's a good first sector though for Mackie there. 0.5, 10th up for him. Let's see what he does in the other sector. Huge, a really good lap for
So I always feel like Estelia, this chicane coming up is what makes or breaks your lap.
Yeah,
so much time.
Yeah, that's a 10th and a half now. That's fairly good for Mackie there. He cut that perfectly, but possibly could have got a bit further out, but it's definitely looking good for an improvement here. Oh, he's just about missed the apex, but that might be good. He's got the exit there. So he takes this final corner, a little bit wide off the final corner, but that still looks fairly good for an improvement. It should be an improvement. He comes across the line, it's 0.7. He jumps out Smalley.
Smalley, let's get on board with Lynx. He's just coming through the second to last corner now. Then it'll be Keke next on track. Lynx off the last corner. Can he make an impact anywhere near the top 6? Can he find himself into the 16s and in a challenge? It's not, it's just a 17.3. In fact, it completely matches his previous lap time, so it's a Mercedes after Keke. Could that be Smalley? Yes, it is, and he's invalidated as well. So then I think it's Mr. Rage, who's also invalidated. He's a 10th up as well. So I'm not sure where the lap times are going to come from now. Possibly Samba.
Yeah, both Samba and Smeggy, they are flying. They are both like 1.5 tenths up through the middle split. So this could be very close to pole.
16.4 to beat. Off the last corner comes Samba. DRS will flick open. Can it be the first pole of the season? It is.
Wow.
It's a 16.2. And Smeggy coming to the line. Onto the front row with a 16.427. Dislodges Keke down to the second row of the grid. Macho goes to P4.
Nick, he's only going to go an 18.0 just ahead of Sincerely and Finn Bob's invalid. So that is qualifying, Chris. And Nathan Samba on pole with an absolutely stunning lap though. For 0.2.
Yep, 10th.5 advantage, and I think if you're going to put down a good lap, that is the exact time to do it. He stayed kind of quiet, did Samba, and then pulled it out when it mattered.
Yeah, he won the season finale last season. He's looking good this season. Pole position to start out. And Smeggy on the front row though, so it's not going to be an easy one for Nathan. And Keke's obviously right there. Macho's there as well. Bit of a rough quali for Macho. I think he definitely could have done better, but yeah, it's been a bit of a rough one for him. But I'd say in the race, definitely
Let me
make
get
the
a
improvements
screenshot
there.
of that for the restart. I'll call it now. Do you wish to set the new lobby, Jensen? I'll just stay here and I'll keep the stream up.
I'll restart my game and obviously you stay on, so you don't have to restart it.
Yep, that's fine. So chat, please just bear with us, 5 minutes max. Grid to get that unfair penalty removed. And allow Keke to start in his rightful position, and then we will get going with the race. So, there's my invitation, and then I can batter out a couple, Jensen. Yeah, I'll drop a couple. Let me do this. Just here. Right, so the lobby starts to fill. Yeah, that's a good batch, half the lobby instantly, which is good to see. They all keep trying to put their car, forgetting that you've got to do the settings first, and it'll just keep changing the cars. Sorry, drivers, we do apologise.
Oh, did someone get the weather?
The weather, I'll need to ask the drivers. Dry race, they're saying, Jensen, that's fine. So very small.
Cool. Yeah, I've just seen Keke's what he got his grid pen for there. That was very weird there. I think they're both trying to pull off to the side for a fast drive behind, and I think Shadow might have just not been entirely focused on the car ahead, and then yeah, that might have just happened. These things happen in the end.
Was it? Alright, I'm confused.
Hmm? What's happened?
These guys with their weather things. I don't know whether it was wet or dry now.
What? Come on.
It's definitely dry. That's fine.
We're waiting
It's
on a few
smelly.
more people. How many? So we got Smeggy, Nathan,
I can send a couple of them. Let me just flick into.
Shadow, I think, as well.
Yeah, I got Shadow. Right, I've got Aiden. Smeggy. Right, I think I've sent most of them now.
You get raised to invite Nathan, I think.
Samba.
Yeah.
I invited Samba. I've got him. Do you need the grid, Jensen? I've got it. Do you manage to get it or?
I've got it. I should have it. I think well, you're gonna have to tell me anyway. Just run through it.
Do you
Be
want
alright.
it now?
We got everyone, yeah.
Is everything in? Aye.
And we're waiting for two more people.
Two more. Finn Bob.
And Smeg. No, we've got Smeg and
Finn Bob.
Lynx. There we go.
There we go.
Right, tell me the grid.
Right, I'm just going to the thing now. So it's Samba.
Samba, Smeggy, Keke, Macho,
Yep.
Mackie,
Yep.
Smalley,
Yep.
Rage.
No.
Oh,
Aiden.
Aiden.
Yep.
Yep.
Then Rage.
Rage.
Yep.
Lynx.
Yep.
Nick, sincerely, Shadow Finbob.
You're disgusting.
Mate, I don't even
that
have anything beside me. That's
that
pure
is
guess.
ridiculous. Right, good set.
Yeah, it's all good to go. Tell the gents to ready up, and
Formation lap on.
believe so. I'll quickly double check. I mean, I loaded lobby settings, so it
Yeah,
should
it
all
should be
be on.
fine.
Should all be right. Yeah, yeah, yep.
Right, I'm going to grab a quick restroom break just as we load up, Jensen. I will be
Yep,
back
all
in one
dapper, that's all
second.
good.
So, I'm back. We are waiting on if they put formation lap off. Why? It's not. No reason for it to be off, Jensen, no? Formation lap?
Not really, I don't believe so.
No?
Turned it back on after the DSQ glitch was fixed, but it's not useless. It's how you prepare your tyres. It's how you prepare the start of your race, isn't it? Really, it's not
Yeah.
like you take it off. It's all kind of dull.
Fake.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't bring your tyres into the window to start the race, then you don't get a good. And it is right this year, like they've got it pretty spot on. If you've got cold tyres, you just don't start well. It's impossible, So, chat, thank you for all that stayed with us. We are now getting ready to go. We do thank you all sincerely. I believe I was P1, everyone else crashed. A nice try, Rage, I respect that. 10 for effort. Not somebody just said please put it off, but a bit late.
Yeah,
I don't
just
understand the chip formation look.
I
Don't
mean,
get it.
the top leagues don't use the formation. I think it's because that's the last game. It had a little issue with the tyre wear at the start of the game, and I think they fixed it in the end. But in the end, just all the leagues decided to stick with no formation. That's kind of been the norm. I think it's just bugs. If any bugs happen to the formation, but I think yeah, it's not really any that I've seen recently.
I mean, I totally 100% understand people's distrust in EA and their abilities, so I can
Yeah.
I can understand and sympathise with the reasoning. So,
Yeah. Gonna be an interesting race, Chris. I think, yeah, it's gonna be really shaped up at the front there, with all of them being within 1/10 of a second, the top three.
yeah, that run to turn
It's
one I
all
think
clicking.
is massive. And I always think as well, the guys in the front three will always try and conserve a bit of energy because they try and think of the long game, but the guys just behind will always get a bit punchy, which could make them overlap pretty quickly. So I'm always intrigued to watch the people in kind of P3, 4 and 5 this season. I think if you weren't in the top three last year, you couldn't really do much, but from P6, 7, even 8, with good strategy and that, you can certainly do well in races, if not get yourself all the way to the front and win. Seen it happen.
I mean, I think if you get in the front and you're pretty much golden, really. I think it's a bit easier to overtake this game compared to last game, obviously. Um, but go back to season 13, Tom versus Cameron, and Tom managed to hold on against Cameron for effectively the whole race. Maybe it'll be different this game. We've actually got the DRS in the right place.
So
Or
a
maybe,
nice
yeah.
mix of tyres. We are Samba on the mediums and Smeggy Keke Macho all on the hards. Maki Smalley both on the mediums. Aiden and Rage both opted for hard tyres. Links on the medium. Nick on the hard. Sincerely and Shadow both on the hard. And Finball at the rear. Starting aggressively, he's on a soft compound tyre. So I think probably anticipating a couple of early positions and then a nice early safety car to capitalise on the soft tyre. Because I don't really think starting on the soft works, although they do have brand new softs, but I don't think it's really a viable strategy here, Jensen, right?
Not in the long run, but if you're starting at the back, you can only move forward, can't you? So I think, yeah, just take
Why
a
not?
risk and see what happens, yeah.
So,
But the guys starting on the mediums, they're playing it safe for both situations there. Guys on the hards, they're going for trying to maximise the whole race, I think. So Smeggy be the lead hard runner. He's the lead guy at the moment. He's quite far ahead of Nathan.
And
So he just wants to get on with it, I think. Yeah,
I think Nathan's going to feel more comfortable as well now, knowing that his 3 rivals behind are all starting on an offset compound. I think he's got to feel happy about that run into turn 1, and probably just looking now to go and build a bit of a buffer on the tyre nice and early and use it to his advantage.
I mean, I don't think the mediums and hards are hard to separate off the line, to be honest.
Smeggy got to that line really quickly and then got disqualified. That's really odd.
Went too far forward, so that's not really helped him.
Finn Bob, a little bit of a gap.
That's another thing as well. It could be, a bit troublesome actually getting your car in place on the grid and disqualifying you. It's not really.
Sincerely said he's forgot his setup. He's gone to the tyre.
Who?
Okay. Sincerely. Anyways, we've got a race ahead.
No.
We can only focus on that. And HOR's Australian Grand Prix has 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and Samba from pole. It is lights out, and away we go. There's a long old delay there as somebody moves into the side there, and Samba gets a very good start. Smeggy and Keke are now going to be side by side down into turn 1. Keke going to try and move round the outside. He cannot get the job done. The Alpha Romeo boys are side by side on the exit of turn 2, but I think Macho has managed to hold off Mackie for now in the run down into turn 3. We've got Smalley there making a move on Aiden. I think he's managed to get through. He has. And now Lynx puts Aiden under pressure. Look at Finn Bob. He's made up 4 positions in the first 4 corners of the race, Jensen.
Yeah, he's making his softs work perfectly here, but come a few more laps time and it's just gonna start to fall off there. I think you can make a soft to medium work. I've seen someone do it in another league I raced in. They managed to make a soft to medium work, and in the end they managed to gain
and there's an Aston Martin. Smeggy goes very wide. Sorry to jump in on you there, Jensen. He's going to be swarmed up now by a lot of the grid. Smeggy falls all the way down behind Smalley in the better tyre as well. A little bit of contact there. I think that was Smalley just trying to open the radius of the corner a little bit, but Smeggy, that is not what you need. Although luckily no damage, slots into P6, which is not massively bad. It could have been a lot worse, and just needs to focus now and getting ahead. Samba sets the fastest lap of the race and has got himself that comfortable cushion he was looking for. 2.6 seconds ahead on the medium tyre, doing what he has to do.
Yeah, he seems to be running away with it completely there. Sincerely retires the pits. That's really unfortunate for him there. That's just a bit unlucky of the lobby restart not getting the setup. I mean, I think many of us have done that plentiful times before.
Yeah, been there, done it. And Finn Bob now through Smeggy, Jensen, up to P6. He picks up a penalty, but I think that's just showing how much he is willing to use up the tyre and get aggressive through the corners to try and make this strategy work. But the downside to pushing that hard is I think tyre drop off is going to hit him like a ton of bricks pretty quickly.
There goes Macho. He's all over the back of Keke as well. So these two, just like I'd say, like Kieran and Nathan, friendly rivalry going on here. The 2 EMM drivers as they go through to start another lap. Mackie as well. He's all over the back on those medium tyres. He's want to try and run through on Macho.
So the interesting thing is, Samba has used up half of his energy to get that gap. So maybe the pace difference looking a little bit different at the moment, because Keke and Macho quite happily just to sit in, not really use up too much of that energy at the moment. They are definitely got their eyes on the longer game in this race at the moment, whereas Samba is just trying to put them to the sword and really create a big buffer early doors.
I think the buffer he's got, I think it's safe to use that much energy. In the end, it was just to create enough of a buffer so they couldn't get in the DRS at any time the entire stint there. Because come the end of the stint, those hards might start to come to them.
So you think Samba now will just settle down on the energy use and just really the usage was just to get him to this position? I guess that makes a lot of sense, and that's why we've got smart guys like you here. Macho through on Keke.
Yeah, I think we're going to definitely see a lot of trading places. I think between those DRS enabled for the first lap of the race now. So
In the full
yes.
grid, just sitting in a train now, P2 to P10. Vapor Shadows fell off just a little bit, but might come back to him as Nick holds on to the back of Vapor Shadow down there in P12 as well.
Yeah, no
Samba
one's
now gap
alone apart
4.1.
from Nathan.
Yeah, doing his thing.
Yeah, he really wants to win this race, and yeah, he's doing absolutely everything right at the moment to do that. But let's see how these hard tyres go. As Macho is now leading this massive train all the way down to 10th place. See what it does. I think we might see another trade of places with Macho and Keke. Maybe Mackie getting involved as well. But Finn Bob's up to 5th. He's going to be right on the tail of these lot.
Because I feel like that trio there of Macho, Keke and Maki. Maki's going to be feeling the one that's most hard done by as we hear Keke come back through on Macho. Is Maki going to try and make a move on his teammate? He is not. He's got to sit in now. And yeah, I begin to wonder if Maki will be feeling like he's getting hurt now, and he really wants to go and use his medium tyre, but he can't because he's stuck behind these hard tyre guys.
I think these guys could really work together here. Macho and Keke, giving each other DRS pretty much, just letting each other through. It's just slowly gaining back some time on Nathan. I mean, Nathan's still pulling a gap, but it's limiting the damage that Nathan's making on these guys.
Driving on another level at the moment is Samba.
Oh, virtual safety car. And
what is that for?
That's
not bad damage, that Vapor Shadow, yeah, he's lost his front wing, so that gives him a little bit of a cheapie. I don't think it'll be much of a long one either. Definitely not long enough for MD to take advantage of it, and it's not going to upgrade to a full safety car either.
Wonder if there will be a full safety car this race. This would be, yeah, interesting to see. We may never know. That might be the last safety car of the race. I mean, some people hope it's not, but
I think if P2 to P10 stay in this kind of consistent gap as we go back to green flag racing, I think.
Nick, he's had a moment and he.
As he tried to get the foot down at the wrong time.
Yeah, he's lost it out of turn 6, but he's back going again though. But he's pretty much a pit stop behind now, which is unfortunate for him. But still lots to play for in this race, so he's going to keep going. P11 still 5 points to that position, so.
So Macho in that leading of the train in P2, then Keke 3, Maki 4. Finn Bob in his soft compound to MP5, he'll really start to feel the pain the next couple of laps. In fact, Finn Bob is coming under pressure from Smalley as he tucks up in behind, but Smalley just not willing to use the energy. He's just going to sit behind for now and happy to carry on through.
He's really twitchy in that Mercedes, a Smalley there. 2 moments there, locking up in the turn. Oh, Finn Bob almost going to the back of Mackie there. That could have ended disaster for both of them, but in the end it was just very close. And yeah, I think Finn Bob's tyres starting to fall off a little bit. He's no longer making any progress. He's kind of stuck there. I mean, he's gained some battery back now. He's back up to 65 degrees.
Oh, and Smeg out. This could be the safety car, Jensen, and there it comes. Yep. So safety car is out. Finn Bob gets it probably just at the time he was looking for it to come, and now the others are left with a conundrum. Jensen, if you're on the medium tyre, what do you do?
Hards.
And the hard tyre drivers, they just have to rough it out, I guess.
Either rough it out or go for a
medium soft.
It's a hard medium, or try and stick a set of mediums to the race. I mean, it's possible, but it's quite a lengthy stint on those mediums if they wanted to do it.
So Samba doesn't box.
That is
Macho pits, Keke pits, Maki pits, Finn Bob in, Finn Bob try to sneak through. You're not going to be able to get any overtake done, and Lynx has chose to stay out as well, as has Aiden. So also a raft of boxers and a raft of people that have chose not to pit. Interesting, Jensen.
Some
Rage has
really
chosen not
interesting
to pit either.
strategies. Yeah.
I can understand the hard tire drivers choosing not to box.
But
They're just
most of
going
them
to.
haven't they? That's
But
crazy.
half the grid pit. So I feel like Rage, Lynx, Aiden, and Samba now have put themselves under unnecessary pressure.
Nick goes to the soft tyres. I think he's probably going to go back onto the hards and another pit stop.
Well, I tell you what, Jensen, we are set for something absolutely electric when this race gets back to green flag racing. With Macho Keke, Smalley, Finbob, all in fresh tyres coming through.
Wow.
On Rage, Lynx, Aiden, and Samba, we are set for something spicy.
If you look at Smalley, though, he's the only medium runner who actually went to a new set of hard tyres there, so he effectively is the net race leader.
On strategy, at least, yeah. That was a very good point.
Yeah,
I never even noticed that.
But everyone in front of him has to make another stop, so he, yeah, pretty much you could say he is net race lead for Smalley. So you gotta hope for hope for not another safety car, and he's in a really good place, isn't he?
And luckily, we were actually watching Smalley. He was stuck behind Finbob just before that safety car, so at some point he managed to clear him and get through just before that safety car came out, and I think that was maybe critical to his race for Smalley, because I don't think he wants to be stuck behind there, although Finbob showed that he is very punchy on a softer compound tyre, so...
Yeah, it's worked out for Finbob, hasn't it? Because he was on the soft tyres, wasn't he? And he made up all those places, then the safety car comes out. That's exactly what he wanted to get, I think.
I think he's only demoralising factor now as he sits in 6 seconds of penalties, and if you look at the grid and the way it's been and everybody's... There's no real gaps forming. 6 seconds is going to put you straight to the back of the grid at this point, although the only 11 finishers, so still good points on offer. Just got to see the race out. And take solace in the fact, I guess, of where he could finish, just if he gets somehow a top 6 out of this, or a top 5, take the penalty away, I think it's a good result, and if you can keep the penalties away, it's something, or at least something to work towards. Good evening, chat. I see a few have joined. Good welcome. It's a pleasure to see you all.
Mackie also on the hard side. He's done exactly what Smalley is, so it's going to be Smalley versus Mackie, I think, for net race lead, and then everyone else is going to be a bit different. I think Shadow, did he pit? I think he's been on those hard tyres since he lost his wing, so he's going to
So
try
our
and go
only
to the end.
stoppers is Macho Keke, Smalley, Finn, Mackie, Shadow and Nick.
So Nick's going to catch up here, and I think the safety car will be in this lap. And we get racing once again.
I don't think Nick's caught the pack yet though, so might not go in. It might wait on him.
It's interesting. There we go. I think, is that it? No, it's not.
No, I think it's going to go another
I don't
lap.
think it is. Oh, it could.
Oh, it's going to be
possibly
very,
gonna.
very late.
Let's see. Will it go very late, or no? It's
Nope.
not. It's going to stay out another lap. Caught up just a little bit too late, Nick, to get it in for this lap, but.
So
Oh,
chat,
big
who
Shadow's
you've
had a
got
spin.
from here? People that's been watching for the race, looking at the tyres now, and how the race is kind of flipped in its head after pretty much domination from Samba. Who do you think is on to win this one from here? 20 laps of racing to go after the green flag, because I assume it'll go the end of this lap. Who's your money on?
My money would be on. I'm going to be honest. I think my money will be on Smalley at the moment. Given there's no more safety cars, it will be on Smalley. If there is another safety car after this, it's going to be either Nathan or Macho.
I'm going to go
Keke.
for Mackie just because it's a new name.
Yeah, the new names always typically do well, don't they?
Yep.
In their first race.
Somehow they sneak something. Something happens and the race just swings their way. Debutants always tend to have a good time here.
Yeah. He had Kieran last season, he kind of had Nathan as well last season in his first couple of races. Tom, Cameron. They all seem to just, yeah.
all these
shine light
OP
on their first
drivers.
races.
Once upon a time I thought I was a fast driver, and then I realised I was very quickly an average driver.
Oh, if Smeggy retired like that, I'm actually gonna burst out laughing here.
Oh no. So, safety car coming in. Samba becomes that de facto pace setter, of course, on that older medium compound tyre. So, Macho against Rage, that's going to be the first battle to watch. I think Macho will be on Rage pretty quickly. Now the question is, when does Samba decide that this is the time to get going again? Safety car is going to be well and truly tucked up into the safety car, so he's going to have lots of options, and he is away nice and early 3 corners from the end. So here we go, and he's actually managed to put a good bit of a gap there. Rage, I think, slightly caught in a bit, and he's had a big moment off the last corner. And these drivers, can they overtake already? And Rage is round, he's spun the car, he's going to filter back down the order, and I think that would be enough to stop them picking up any penalties. Any that do come from that, I think they will have to be taken away.
I don't think they will. He's dropped back so much they won't.
Samba leads away, Aiden in P2, Lynx in P3, then it's Macho P4 on that newer medium compound tyre as Rage picks up a time penalty for multiple warning. Just not had the tyre switch on that he's been looking for. I think the Rage, Smalley, Keke sits there in P5 and Smalley in P6. Smalley an optimal strategy, as Jensen said. So that is probably net race leader at the moment.
Yeah, look at Aiden though, he's keeping right with Nathan here. Nathan's used half his battery. Aiden's here with almost his whole battery, so these hard tyres are now kind of like finding their form here. And also that safety car, it's took away his 6-second lead, isn't it?
Yep, that comfortable margin he had, now under quite a bit of pressure. And trying hard to, I think, to build the gap that he once had, but as you say, Jensen, he's just not able to get it done. Macho 2
Look how much
behind.
grip he has on the new mediums, Macho. He's all over the back of Lynx here. Oh, they get really close. And Lynx, he's on the inside. I think he's going to let the position go. He's going to concede for Macho, and I think he's going to do the exact same for Keke here as he goes around the outside. He just doesn't have the grip to defend from those two. Oh, and there goes Finn Bobby looking for a gap as well, but he's going to have to slot in behind. And that looks like it's how it's going to stay for...
And visually, it's very apparent, the tyre grip offset at the moment. You can just see how much Lynx is struggling compared to the drivers round about him. The question is now, how quickly does Macho dispatch Aiden and get after Samba?
He needs to get on with it really, because I'd say Macho is the only one really that could challenge Smalley without a safety car, because Nathan, he has to pick for either the hard tyres or go for the softs very late on. Or Macho, he's just got to go to the mediums, go to another set of mediums midway through this stint and then go to the end very comfortably with peak grip all the way.
And all over the back of Aiden now, he's actually having to just be very, very tentative at the moment as Macho. He's unable to use everything the car can give him, but here he goes, overtake button on. Aiden tries to get the squeeze on, he's going to use the energy, he's got a bit more straight line speed in that Red Bull, so Macho I think is not going to be able to get the job done into turn 1 this time. But will he be able to get the run? He has a big snap mid-corner in the exit of turn 1, and I think that will jeopardise his run down into 3 and stop him being able to make any move.
I don't think, I think he's just going to hold back here and wait for this DRS. It's going to be a nice DRS from Aiden's out of the DRS in front, so it's going to be quite an easy move for Macho. And Keke as well right behind there. I think Aiden's about to lose 2 or maybe 3 places in a single straight.
Keke on the push.
Not using any battery though. There goes Macho's now pushing his battery there. Keke also does, and they both just slot through in formation like that. And Aiden, he just slots back into P4 there. And here comes Finn Bob, he's going to get DRS and use the battery. And Aiden's lost 3 places in a matter of 2 straights.
And that just shows not pitting has not, well, at least yet, has certainly not been the way to go. It is not played out probably the way these guys hoped it would. But the question is now, Macho v Samba, how quickly? And I mean, I think it's going to be this lap around, Jensen, because he's already got himself into that DRS. And somebody's went off in the back, somebody into the wall there. Did I see somebody having a big moment?
I'm
Could
not
be
sure,
wrong.
but I think
It might have just been a bit of
doesn't
lag.
look like it.
I thought I'd seen somebody in the background having a big snap of oversteer. I thought I was going to see another safety car there.
There's a very weird reaction from you there, Chris.
I know. I thought it was a big moment.
That's I just jumped the living life out of me there.
I apologise. So here we go, Macho on Samba. Is he going to use any energy? Does he want to go now? Rage picks up another time penalty for multiple warnings. He is gaining and gaining and gaining, but it's going to be too late. He's just going to have to sit in behind. Maybe using...
Look at Macho and Keke though, Chris. Keke's got so much battery.
Oh, 80%
so much more than these
still.
two.
And what about Finn Bob? He's down about the same as the top two. And Smalley, he's having to use a bit to keep himself in that DRS, but that's
he's doing alright
probably to be expected because he's on that other compounder tyre. He's doing well to keep himself there, and I think as long as he can do that, he keeps himself in the mix.
As long as Nathan Sambra's in front of these lot, which
As
is
there
now
goes.
going to exchange here.
Yep,
New race
Macho
leader.
and Samba. Well,
So they're
Keke,
doing
go
that
for
this
it.
season, yeah.
Straight away. Keke's been good at following Macho through pretty much that corner, if not the next.
Yeah, it's not
But
going to
not
happen
this
this time,
time.
though, but he's got a full battery to deploy though. Nathan does not. Nathan only has 30%. That's just not going to be enough to defend from Keke here. I know Keke is just going to push here. 4-2. And he's already backed up the energy there. And he could go for it.
And he's not.
He's going to sit behind. Finn Bob's going to be over the back of him here. He's going to be pressurising to a move that so close. Look at that. It's only half a second between the four cars. And there goes Nathan. He's got up the inside. And he's not. He's going to slot him behind from Macho there.
Oh, and they're all playing it very cool at the moment. Nobody's wanting to take any risks. We are only at the halfway point of the race, so a long way to go yet. No reason to get
It's not
pushy on the
working out
brakes.
for them though, because Smalley at the moment, look at him, he's right with them. A pit stop, he's going to put them a pit stop gap behind. And even with the new tyres, I don't think they're going to be able to catch up to Smalley. Smalley, really good pace on the hard tyres here. And obviously the DRS is just adding that.
The question is, in fact, Smalley is on the recharge with his battery. He's got himself into a situation now where he's able to not use any, and it's building a little bit. So he was at 30% when I looked at him a couple of laps ago. He's got that back up above 40. So if he can keep doing that, he is very much a factor in this race. I think this is the time when, yep, pushing on through. But is he going to force Samba now into making a move on Macho? So here we go. Samba's going to back out a little bit, and Keke reacts to that. So Samba gives a little lift, and here he comes. Oh. There goes Keke.
He's not defending that.
Through the inside, no DRS. I don't think Samba even chose to use it there. He just wanted to ensure that he was able to slot in beside Keke. And I think Samba now looks to possibly... I mean, he's got to box, right? He's got to be peeling into the pitch just shortly.
He's going long, I think. He's going long for a set of softs. That's the only way he's going to keep in the fight with Macho and Keke here.
And hope that they have a big fall off if they are going to the end. Do you anticipate Macho and Keke to try and go to the end here? It'd be interesting to get a look at exactly what tyre wheel they're on.
Not to the end on that tyre. They're definitely going to pit again. Unless they put in some supreme tyre management, but even with that, I don't think they're going to be a hold on to the lead. Smalley's obviously going to have just so much better tyres coming into the race if they...
Right, it was just... Oh, and there's a retirement. I think that's in the pit, so that won't be a safety car. Just as you were talking about Smalley there, I've been watching him for a couple of laps, Jensen, and he's not looking 100% comfortable at the moment. The car is looking very twitchy as we've got movement at the front of the pack as Keke now goes through and Macho. And Keke becomes the new race leader, Jensen. Through he goes in
He
his
went really
Haas.
wide there as well. So that
Possibly
might
a
be a
warning.
warning. Yeah. See how many warnings people do have though. Right, that's very, very interesting. Yes, at the moment, 2 warnings apiece for Keke and Macho. Nathan only on the 1. Obviously Finn Bob with the penalty. And with Smalley, he only has the 1 as well. Mackie only the 1. Actually, that's 2. Mackie, anyway.
So Macho not coming this time, but I think this is how it's going to be. I think we're going to see a lot of overlapping in
went a
this
bit
back
wide there.
DRS zone.
They're all going to get really close up and personal again. As Keke he went really wide at turn 3 onto the outside curb. Don't really want to be there, just unsettles you like anything.
And Bob picks up another time penalty for multiple warnings. I think that's him up to 9 or 12 now. As Macho will come through.
Places again. No, he's not. He's going to sit behind here. Look how close Nathan is now.
And you know, I know Nathan's on a different tyre here in a thingy, but he's got to do something to bring the race into his advantage. See if I was seeing Macho close his DRS and back out that move, I would try and punish that. I would be trying to slip my car up where he maybe wouldn't be expecting me to do it. Get it up the inside, get him out of position.
Oh, Keke! That's a big, big moment. He went a bit too deep into the penultimate corner. And now look how close it is now, 3 attempts again. I think if he did that, Chris, I think, yeah, it would lose enough time to Keke, he'd be able to break away, and that's losing a car from the fight there, and he'll be able to just pull away quite easily. I think the best thing for Nathan at the moment is just manage where he is now and then get them at the end, where they're on equal kind of strategies, but, I mean,
do you think he has enough? Do you think he has enough once he goes to the soft tyre to get the gap? Oh, I guess, as you say though, these guys at the front are going to have to box again, don't they? So it's going to be a straight soft fight at some point at the end, right?
It could be though. It could be, even with Keke and Macho, they might go to the soft as well. But
as Macho goes through again.
They might go mediums. Here we go.
So, plenty of position swapping taking place as Smalley picks up a time penalty, and that is not what he needed in this fight at all. So that very much swings it back towards Macho, Keke and Samba. But though, as Jensen says, remember, if Smalley goes to the end and these guys box, which we highly anticipate they will, it's still a big old gap to try and pull back. They'd still be looking for about 16, 17 seconds of track time.
Yeah, it's 2 warnings in the last 2 laps, Chris, for Smalley there, so that's, yeah, really unlucky. Like you said, that car just looks very on edge.
Yeah, it does not look happy at all.
Is. But, yeah, obviously, car performance obviously down to setup more than anything.
So if you're Macho and Keke, Jensen, and you are going to box again, when do you think is the optimum time to get in and onto that soft compound tyre to still make enough of an impact in the race? 22?
If they're going for the softs, they have to react to Nathan. It's not really anything. They want to go as late as possible.
That makes sense. And through goes
back into the lead.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, this is the last lap if they want to pit to mediums again, but it definitely looks like they're all going soft now.
And look at Finn Bob here on Samba. He's going for a move down the inside into that third to last corner. He's going to squeeze him out a little bit. Samba gets the squeeze on, a little bit of contact. Finn Bob has to back out now. Smalley will look to go around the outside. Smalley will get the job done now. Finn Bob, I think, will have to, after looking for a position, yield away, and Smalley gets himself through and through. So this is the one to watch now. Will Macho and Keke react, or are they just going to run the race?
Be interesting. I think it might extend a few laps there, could afford to, but it depends if how much like time could Nathan gain on them. But let's see the gap to Smalley first. It is, yeah, 12 seconds. Actually, not even 12 seconds. That's, yeah, I've just seen the gap that's updated now. Make that 17 seconds. That is
17
going to be a hard ask to
in 10
for Nathan
laps.
or any other driver to get
That's
them.
it is big.
Yep. And there goes Macho. Macho is pushing.
So pit
He's
stops
the better.
incoming, I think, for the leaders.
Maybe, unless they try and extend these tyres, but like I said, it's a big ask to extend these tyres, and of course Smalley there, even the 3-second penalty, he's going to be in great position come the end of the race. But let's see what Macho and Keke do. Will they manage or will they pit?
Oh, and Samba
Nathan gets
picks up a penalty. And they've carried on, so they, as you say, are anticipated, Jensen. They are going to try and extend. Smalley now is going to be under pressure from Finbob. That's going to be one to watch. Finbob's sitting on 90% energy, but he's got all the penalties. He's going to look to move on the inside. Not this time around. So they will continue on as Smalley as a moment. DRS will open, and that will allow Finbob to casually walk on through and reclaim that position from Smalley, which is now P3 in the race.
Yeah, I wonder if Finbob's also going to follow suit with Macho and Keke. I think that's the only thing. Oh, he's gone a bit wide though. So that's going to bring Smalley back here. But Smalley, obviously, look at his battery, only 30% compared to Finbob's 80, and he's using down the straight. He's trying to get the gap already. Smalley only just gets the DRS, but it's already 8 tenths.
Then Keke reclaims the net race lead. And will we see a top 2 box? This is the question.
It looks very slidey through the right-hander there. So you don't want to do that to your tyres. Looking at the tyres, they don't look too bad really on Macho. For instance, Keke, as he had a lock up there, they didn't really look too bad, those medium tyres.
Continuing on, so this
really
battle continues, and that means Samba, if they are going to continue, has a lot of work to do. And even when he gets there, getting through is no easy task.
Well, he's already gained 4 seconds on Smalley. And it's always a virtual safety car.
VSC out.
As Finbob. And he's lost his front wing, and that is unlucky for him there. And he's going to drive away from that.
And I think it's came at a good time. Is Rage going to jump on that? Yes, he is. He'll jump in, take a free cheapy stop, get himself onto a soft compound tyre, but I don't think this will stay out long enough for the leaders to capitalise on that. I think nobody apart from Rage is really going to get anything out of that, and I think what that will allow is possibly, if Keke and Macho don't box, the fastest lap to go into Rage's hands. Which will be an extra point.
Unless he can't beat Nathan. I don't know if Nathan actually went for a fastest lap there. He got 18.7, so Rage will have to try and beat an 18.7.
18.6?
18.6, yes.
Ooh.
Reading the numbers in the wrong way.
It's not like you to get them wrong, Jensen. Dang. I'll take that one on you. I don't get them often, so I'll have it. So
let's see if Keke and Macho pit on this VSC.
Yeah, and you know exactly what will happen here. They'll go in and
yeah, they will.
And it goes.
They both pit now.
Guaranteed. It's still staying yellow, and Lynx gets a VSC for speeding under the safety car. But back to green flag racing just as they come in, so that has not worked out exactly how they would have wanted it to. And Samba is going to take a big lead over back in this race again. Through he goes.
Only a few seconds.
Oh, it's maybe not as much as I thought.
Yeah. Just have to keep moving 3 seconds.
Oh yeah, of course, because he's got the penalty. And Smalley now.
Nick's already going to lose out, yeah.
In the driving seat. Can Smalley maintain the gap now, Jensen? He is in the race lead. He's got a penalty behind. And he's got a gap.
8 seconds.
Yep.
It's 8 seconds to Nathan and 10.5 seconds to Keke. Keke has to make up
7.5 seconds of track time. in 6 laps. So a second a lap, which I think will be fine in the first few laps. But how does the closing laps play out?
Yeah, you can't afford to get any penalties though. And these soft tyres are very easy to pick up penalties, so moving so much quicker, you're no longer so conservative, you're just, yeah, racing for lap times, and that's where you find it very easily to pick up track extension
Oh,
warnings there.
Smalley has a massive moment off the last corner, and I think just struggling a little bit. On the
Topic of the
restart,
race,
he's
I think.
lost 2 seconds. And
Yeah,
I
it's not
just I
looking
feel
good.
for Smalley, because I think if he was comfortable in the car, I think he'd had a much better time today, because the paces look very good.
Yes, and Keke is closing up on Nathan. I think Keke versus Nathan, if they do get in a scrap, that's what could fall good into Smalley's hands here. But Keke and Macho, they don't want to pick up another warning, either of them.
And I
Otherwise, it's
mean, they
not going
should
well.
know. I mean, they should know now that if they go up to Smalley and they try the overtake, Smalley's getting his elbows out. Like, that is a no-brainer for sure. But the gap is closing, and I think they're going to be pretty much there by the end of lap 25, Jensen. Well within the penalty range, at least, because they are closing at a
Oh, Keke
monumental
again, he
speed.
goes wide. Fortunately, doesn't take a warning now, just backed off. Well, it's off circuit. And there goes Macho, he's going to go for the move now. And he goes up and takes third place. But Keke is all over the back of him there. And has probably double the amount of energy that Macho has as well. So I don't know if overtaking Keke was a good idea for Macho. He should have just really stayed with him. Especially when they're 2.5 seconds behind Nathan at the moment.
And Macho choosing, Keke choosing not to overtake Macho there, which is interesting. But I think he'll come through now. And I tell you what, Keke just looked like he had way more grip there than Macho off the first corner. That was a pretty phenomenal corner exit. Goes a little bit wide. I'm confident that was a warning there for Keke. I'd be surprised if it wasn't.
It wasn't, otherwise he would have picked up a penalty.
Oh,
But
so he was lucky.
both of them on 2 warnings, Keke and Macho, so they've got to be careful whilst maintaining their speed. But Keke's only got another second to close in on Smalley, and this could be a season-opening win for him. He's not had many wins in H.O. He's been very consistently on the podium, but wins not so much. I think only 1 or 2 to his name.
Will Macho have something to say about that? That's the question. Macho and Keke have been pretty reasonable to each other so far, but you know when the closing laps come, and if you know you have an energy advantage to your competitor, there's only one person that can win the race at the end of the 29 laps, and I'm pretty sure Macho wants it just as much as Keke does. So let's see, maybe by lap 27, 28, if the gloves come off a bit between. Oh, and there's a penalty for Keke. So Macho now probably just sits in. He doesn't need to do anything. He doesn't even have to work for the race win now. He can just bring the car home and pretty much canter himself into that race win with every driver ahead now holding penalties.
That's if Keke could tell him that Smalley's got a penalty. Unless he doesn't keep the suspense there, try and get him a penalty. We'll try and keep Macho pushing. But there goes Nathan, he's going for a move for the lead, and it's quite an easy one. With the grip difference, it's no contest at all. Nathan now takes the lead of the race. And see if he could get a gap here. If he does, that could actually work in his favour, because Smalley could just defend against these two. And that gap that Nathan gets, that could be crucial. It could be like 2 seconds in the next lap. But see what Keke does.
Smalley under
look at that.
massive pressure.
They've got DRS. Smalley is pushing. He's not going to use battery though. Keke is going to go for a move on the outside. Smalley's going to hold the inside line. Oh, they make it through. Lovely stuff. But it's 1.7 seconds now. Macho's over the back, and he's going to slide through as well, and he's going to get to P3, and it's still the net race lead for Macho here. We're still in the net win. 1.7 seconds to Nathan, and with a couple of lap pressure tyres as well, I think there's no way that Nathan's going to be able to get away from these two.
No, I think that pretty much consolidates our order now. I don't think Aiden will catch Smalley, and I think the other position. Oh, saying that, we've got Lynx against Rage. There's a little battle further back in the pack. I think Rage has actually just got through, and Lynx. Let's stick with these guys for a couple of laps. Maybe there's some battles further down the order. It's been a good old ding-dong between our top three. I thought Macho there was maybe going to try and come through on Keke, but
yeah, no derating in front of Macho though. Macho is sitting in the best place right now for energy as well.
Oh, what's happened there?
Oh, and Keke is at
on Keke. No, Keke just get the reset glitch. He just got stopped dead and reset on track.
Oh no. That's well, at least it's another hit tweet for Keke incoming. With another EA bug. That is, yeah, unfortunate for him though. He still could get this podium though. He's right behind Smalley. This is still on for the podium at least, and I think where he was, I think it's only going to be a podium or P3 for Keke at the current time. We'll see what he does. Hopefully he can get back into the top 3 there, but we'll see what he does for that one. Let's see if Macho can win this on track versus Nathan here. You never know. You get warnings removed for anything nowadays. In this game, but see what Macho does. I don't think he's going to go for anything yet. And Nathan has a little bit of a weave.
Is that him maybe saying, please don't do it, you don't need to do this. Macho wants it though. I can tell by the body language of that Alfa Romeo car, Macho wants this on track.
Yeah, former Australian Grand Prix winner, Macho in season 11. In his first Australian Grand Prix for HOR, and on his second Australian Grand Prix he's going to take another win, I think.
Restoring that energy up. I think a move down the back straight is incoming. Macho happy to use up his tyre now. Has his Samba, he's pushing as much as he dares, but I think it's a bit of hook line and single, but Macho, he touches the grass a little bit, and I think that's going to compromise his exit, which will give
he didn't want to get that penalty. He's very close to going off track limits there, but this DRS very powerful. They don't have any energy, so it's all down to drag reduction. Well, Macho gets, but I don't think he's close enough to make a move here. Let's see what he does. Will he send it on Nathan here into turn 12? He's not going to risk it. And yeah, from that far back, I don't blame him there.
And it's been a good old ding-dong between the top two. Jensen, we can't underestimate Keke in that battle as well. Samba, Macho and Keke. Samba had it under control from the start of the race.
As well. They're really close, but Nathan, he's going to take the win on track. Macho though, he wins in Australia. Smalley's going to take third, and Keke's just holding on ahead of Aiden. He's obviously had some sort of trouble elsewhere after that reset glitch, and he's going to hold on to fourth, but I'm sure he's going to be really disappointed with that one, as he definitely knows he could have got better. He definitely knows he could have got Nathan as well if that didn't happen to him. But yeah, Smalley's going to take P3 with, I'd say, a very valiant effort for what we've had. Then Nick P6 as well.
Yeah, good opening points for Nick.
And yeah, I think that was
a good old race.
I think some Rage at the back there as well, 7th and 8th, and Matthew.
And that is Macho getting the driver of the day, which I think is thoroughly deserved. He kept his nose clean for the duration of the session, only picking up the couple of warnings. Nearly had a bit of a squeaky bum moment in that last lap, but managed to keep it all nicely under control. And brings home that first win of season 15. Samba bringing home the P2, I think. after the strategy maybe not going his way, I think Samba can be pretty happy with how that finished for him. To still
I mean,
come
he
on
won
with
on track in the
P2.
end as well.
Yeah, so a good day in
Definitely
the
take that one.
office, good points, and Smalley making that different strategy.
Ho ho ho! Good